I'm trying so hard not to show that I'm in pain. I was like super panicked and anxious. My back is starting to go. My hip is killing me. Anytime I'm squatting, I just have this like crazy shooting pain in my hip. To be frank, like I've paid so much money for this that like I can't not get what I came here to get. You just have to suck it up and get it done. And then of course, like everything is taking longer than I had anticipated. I was like super panicked and anxious about like not getting everything in, not getting everything done. And of course, now we're having to extend time and pay for overtime fees, which just like is so stressful because there's a tighter budget. Like the app hasn't started, I'm funding all of this by myself. Whenever I start stressing about money and like where it's gonna come from, the affirmation that I say to myself is money flows freely to me. Money, it's gonna come from somewhere. And it's so funny because I was freaking out about this budget, and then I had my best month of sales commission-wise for Honor. And so I had like a big bump in commission. Everything I'm making right now is going into this project. I can pay my mortgage and I'm paying for this. Like that's it. Having overtime fees, like that freaks me out. I'm gonna be thinking about that all night. I'll invest all the time in the world into myself. Mentally, physically, I will always invest in myself, but I don't know why investing in myself from a financial standpoint is so scary. I hate talking about money, but it is like a very real limiting factor for people starting businesses. So I don't know, I'm like freaking out a little bit because I don't know where the money's gonna come from. I have no investors. I have no big bank savings from my Beam sales, from my Honor sales, because I don't have my Evolve U salary anymore. Everything I'm making is being invested back into this project. And that's, I think, what also makes this so scary is like you cannot mess up, like you cannot fumble this because you're putting so much into it. We don't even have to talk about that anymore because it's giving me negative vibes. We need to get through this. Everything has like felt like it's in divine order. So I don't know where the money's gonna come from right now, but I know that God's got me and he's got my bank account. So we shall figure it out. Today is a very big day. I've been on a million shoots. Well, not a million, but a lot of shoots and a lot of different setups and things, but it's always been for someone else's dream, like someone else's company, someone else's vision, someone else's project, and I've just kind of like gotten where I fit in, slotted in, but now this is mine, and it's crazy to be able to build my own set and work with my own team that we've collaborated and put together and just like really try to create what's in my head and like put it out in real life. I don't know. I've just never had to do that for myself, so it feels very surreal. Now we're gonna set up the gym scene. We're gonna kind of create a makeshift gym within this space. I'm excited to just get in front of the camera and be the athlete. I was going through listings on like Peerspace and a bunch of different websites where you can rent out studios, and I found this space and I was like, oh my gosh, like the windows are just unreal. The energy of this space just came off the computer screen. I was like, this is where I need to be. This is where I want to have this shoot done. This is actually an art gallery. The owner of the gallery was like, well, we don't normally rent this place out for photo shoots and video shoots anymore. So like, I'm wondering like how you even found us. And she was like, you know, but I'm a people person. I want to help people. Tell me about your story, like about your project, and we can see what we can do. So I told her everything about SPARC, what it means to me, the why behind it, what the name stood for, and really like the vision that I have and what I want to bring to life here. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy that you said SPARC. Like I once had this painting of me painted and the artist named it, I think it was like Chispa, which means spark in Spanish. So her kind of own personal motto has been like, don't let anything dim your spark. And then so she was like, I feel connected to this project. We're gonna make this happen. So everything has just felt very serendipitous and like very like this is meant to happen, this is meant to be. This ad was a lifeline for me, and I want that to be a lifeline for so many other women. No matter how dark it gets, how many doors close in your face, there's always a window. And then I looked around and I was like, and I'm surrounded by bright windows right now, so this is absolutely perfect. I mean, I haven't stopped getting chills.
I'm a mess.
This whole time.
You emotional. I'm like, don't cry. And then I went in the back and cried. No big deal.
Incredible day. Thank you.
Oh no, please, thank you.
Of course.
This definitely gave me such a, kind of like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's exactly what I want to be in somebody's life, you know? Like if you're coming across me in person or on social media, I want you to walk away from my page or any interaction like feeling, you know, lighter. That's kind of what I strive to do. So to hear you say that makes me feel very like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and doing exactly what I'm supposed to do, and it's working. After today, honestly, everything just feels real now. I feel like this is actually gonna happen. I feel like I've had this idea in my head for so long, and I've always just felt very grateful to be able to work on projects for other people and for other communities. However, now the opportunity to build a community of my own and a like-minded community of women who are training for the same purpose is overwhelming to think about. And I feel like these photos might just be photos, but you know, these are the photos that you're gonna be opening your app and looking at every day. So I want these to be engaging and friendly and bright and exciting and just something that is going to like be a bright spot in your day. Honestly, SPARC truly means so much to me, and I want women to be able to connect to the community and feel like, you know, there's hope for them as well. They can create whatever momentum they want in their lives too, to achieve whatever they want in their lives too. If you keep showing up, like if you just one foot in front of the other, keep showing up, you have no choice but to create that forward momentum. And when you create that forward momentum, you never know what could be waiting ahead for you. So, you know, women coming together with purpose and continuing to just keep showing up. Never, ever, ever settle. This is Sid. This is my comfort blanket, I like to call you on set. This is my hype woman on set. She really just makes me feel confident and secure when she's around, because I feel like I can let my guard down a little when she's around, because I know that she's got it and she'll take care of she'll take care of things. I'm serious. It's rare when you find people that you can fully let your guard down and like trust, especially in this industry. She did my makeup for my first ever like fitness related shoot. I look back at those pictures and I just see a lot of growth, honestly. You see bad 2017 makeup. Girl. I see growth. And I remember this was in 2017, like back when fitness was like, it had to be sexy, like especially like black women in fitness.
We done been through some things.
Being on sets where people don't have shades of makeup that match my skin tone, and just like, or will look at me and be like, well, she has braids, like what are we supposed to do with braids? Or like me feeling like I can't wear my natural hair on set. And some of those I think are innate things that have been drilled into me. Like I've never been on a set where someone has been like, you can't wear your natural hair, but like
a lot of times as a Black woman, you're taught that your natural hair doesn't look professional enough.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we kind of like find other options, like, oh, let me just put in a ponytail, or let me just straighten it and stuff like that.
And that's what we did for all. That's what we did for all of our other shoots. We put in ponytails, we put in sew-ins,
I don't do hair. Don't tell her that, because she thinks I'm great. You know what makes Danielle great is the fact that she has brought me along this journey with her, and you don't get that with a lot of clients. She's a girl that likes to get her friends paid, and I respect that. And a lot of people don't do that.
I think it's funny that you say like she likes to get her friends paid, but for me, that's just about, I'm very picky about who I let into my circle. And once I find good people, I hold on to them, and people that are, loyal to me, I'm gonna be 10 times more loyal to them. Let's start the workout portion of today's agenda. So she is nervous before doing this every time. Like I haven't spent every day of the last 5 years talking to a camera. SPARC is a fitness app, but really I see SPARC as a community of like-minded women that understand and know that they have the potential to be great. Maybe they've seen glimpses of that potential in the past before, maybe not, but they know that they are deserving of the effort that it takes to get to where they want to be eventually. They're ready to put in the work, ready to create that positive momentum to help them get to where they eventually want to be and achieve their goals, not just in the gym, but outside of the gym as well. I put a story on my Instagram the other day, and I asked my community, what are the 3 biggest problems that you're having in your fitness journey? And the main ones were nutrition, consistency, lack of motivation, lack of time, lack of accountability, lack of knowledge. And I see SPARC as being the tool and the answer to help you solve all of those problems. It is an app that not only gives you absolutely everything you're gonna need to be successful in your fitness journey, but it also shows you about yourself. It helps you figure out what you're lacking, and it picks up the slack for you where you might need it. I want SPARC to be that encouraging, positive, empowering, momentum-starting, fire-starting thing that you can reach in your pocket and have access to every single day. SPARC stands for strength, purpose, accountability, resilience, and community. If you have those 5 things in your corner, there is nothing you can't overcome, and there's nothing you can't achieve. I honestly went through a lot of different names when I was coming up with things, and it's funny because now I can't imagine SPARC being named anything else. There were so many names that I was considering because I was thinking about how I wanted someone to feel using the app, and I was thinking about how I wanted the person to feel once they step away from the app. As I was deciding what this brand is gonna look like and what this app was gonna look like, I wanted to make sure that it was built on a certain set of values, and everything that we do moving forward should align with one or more of those values. And so I wanted strong words that were empowering, that we could look back to, and that really told the story of this brand. So as I was looking at SPARC, I was like, okay, strength. I like that, that works. And then I was like, oh, purpose. And then I was going back and forth between accountability and alignment, but I just feel like accountability is powerful. I wear resilient around my neck every single day. It started as like, you know how people pick like a word every year that they want to live into? I think I picked resilient for 1 year, and then it came time to pick another word the next year, and I was like, no, I'm gonna stick with the resilient. And it's just like a constant reminder of inner strength and just a reminder that, you know, I am that girl, no matter what the negative things in my head are telling me, like, no, like, we got this. You are resilient. There's nothing that can break you. And then K just wasn't sitting with me. Like, it just didn't feel authentic. And then I was like, let me get creative with the spelling here. My name is Danielle. The normal spelling for Danielle is I-E-L-L-E. My mom got creative. She added a Y. So I was like, if my mom can change around the letters in the alphabet and make up her own word, so can I. And then as soon as I said C, I said community. And that's when SPARC was born. When women open up the SPARC app, I want them to feel empowered, capable, confident, and supported. And not just supported by me, but supported by the entire SPARC community. One of the things that I've learned from sharing my life on social media is that we as women, it doesn't matter what age we're at, it doesn't matter our background, it doesn't matter the way we were raised. We're all actually so much more similar than we are different. And we all have so many similar lived experiences and issues that we deal with as women. How open and vulnerable I am online is a testament to the amount of incredible women that, you know, we have gathered here and that I've been so blessed to attract through the years, because I do feel comfortable being vulnerable and I do feel comfortable being transparent. And I've learned that, you know, when you're open with that and you share those shared experiences, you honestly just feel so much less alone. There's been days where I felt like I couldn't go to anybody in my life about a certain issue, and I can post about it online, throw it up on my story, lock my phone, and just pretend I didn't throw it up there. And then 20 minutes later, go back and check my DMs and see so many messages from my incredible community members that are like, oh my gosh, thank you for talking about this. I've been suffering with this in silence for X amount of years. And it's so interesting to me how we can be from completely different sides of the world, completely different backgrounds, raised different religion, different race, different political views, doesn't even matter, but still be able to find so much commonality and support within each other. And I think that is something that I want women to feel when it comes to SPARC, because this isn't just about fitness. This isn't just about nutrition and meal plans. This is about changing your life. And this is about stepping into your power. And when you feel other women around you doing that same thing, like, that energy shift is so powerful. It is so palpable. So when women open up the SPARC app, I want them to feel like they have the world at their fingertips, honestly, because they do. They really, really do.
So I know you're really upset right now. How much of the story are you comfortable telling them?
I'm gonna tell them everything.